Do you feel like you have a case of the Mondays every day? Your happiness may be more in your control than you realize. I'm Marta Nielsen with Utah State University Extension. Today I'm talking with USU Extension Family Life Specialist Dr. David Schramm about how you can be as happy every day as you are on Fridays. Hi, David Schramm. Can I call you Dr. Dave?
Yeah, go ahead. That's fine.
So you're known as the happiness expert on campus. How did you end up researching this topic?
For the last decade, my research has really centered on couples and parenting, actually. But I realized that happy, healthy couple relationships are really made up of happy, healthy individuals. And so watching this positive psychology movement gain momentum and reading numerous books in this area, I just love it. And I was hooked.
Oh, that's great. What are some of your favorite books that you read on happiness?
I've loved the ones by Sean Acor. He talks about the happiness advantage. He has another one called Before Happiness, a great one by Barbara Fredrickson called Positivity. So those are just a handful. It's just dozens of books that I've been devouring.
Oh, those sound great. So you and your colleagues conducted extensive research on happiness and surveyed, what was it, 1,500 people across 3 states? What kind of questions did you ask them?
Yeah, we did. It was a fascinating study. We interviewed or surveyed 500 married individuals from Vermont, another 500 from Arkansas, another 500 from Utah. And the study was really about qualities of character, or some people call them marital virtues. And we wanted to examine how these character strengths were related to marital quality and marital stress.
Okay, and then relating to happiness, because of course, if you're stressed in your marriage, that will affect your personal happiness and well-being.
Yeah, it does. We call this spillover effect. If things are not going well individually or even in the relationship, it spills over into other areas of your life.
Okay. So, what were the common characteristics among the people who self-identified as happy?
Uh, we really found that there were three big ones that stood out, and it was compassion, humility, and positivity were highly predictive of relationship quality, personal well-being, and whether they were able to manage their stress.
Wow. So, positivity, that really seems like a buzzword lately, and that was one of the characteristics you found. What's the difference between positivity and happiness?
Mhm. That's a great question. I love the ancient Greek definition of happiness, and they defined it as the joy we feel as we move toward our potential. But happiness, honestly, in the last couple of decades, has been given a bad rap, I guess, in some ways. In some of the research, it's viewed as a temporary pleasure tied to these feelings. I eat a chocolate bar and it temporarily gives good feelings, right? Buy a new pair of shoes or a new car, and I feel good. So happiness is often tied to feelings, whereas positivity, it's more of a mindset, more of a way of being. It's a choice. It's seeking out and savoring the good. It's being grateful for what you have and looking forward to the future in positive ways.
So, it's really more that long-term view and mindset versus that
It really is.
short-term gratification.
Yeah, exactly.
Great. So it doesn't really surprise me that positivity and compassion are connected with happiness, but being humble, that's not something that most people would associate with happiness. What did you find with being humble and happiness?
Yeah, this is an interesting one. When we're humble, we're more open to the world and the experience of others. But if I'm stuck in myself, I'm really focusing inward. And humble people, they're aware of their personal limitations. They aren't likely to call attention to themselves. But when I turn outward, I can see that others need compassion. I can see the good in others. And the humility research really shows that it's also linked to being willing to forgive. It's also tied to commitment. So it really is a powerful virtue that has really gone understudied.
So selfishness won't make you happy.
That's right. We think that, yeah, if I just focus on me and pursue my own happiness, it temporarily does kind of this little high, but we quickly come off of that little dopamine rush.
Okay, okay. So, what's something that we can do today to be happier?
Uh, we can do at least three easy things. We can start with simply smiling, right? We can smile and we can laugh, and that actually tells our brain that we're happy. So we can almost trick ourselves into being happy. And that not only starts to release the happy chemicals in our brains called dopamine, but it turns on all the learning centers in the brain as well. So we can also be happy by simply being grateful for what we have, learning to enjoy your life. And the third, we can also do something kind for someone else. And that's probably the single most reliable predictor of this increase in happiness is doing something for someone else.
I love that because it's something so simple and easy that anyone could do. And it doesn't take a lot of effort. Even just smiling at someone or opening the door can increase your own happiness and someone else's. I love that.
Yeah.
So we know that you have some more hacks on happiness. Where can people find those?
Yeah, I share some happiness hacks. I recently shared 5 happy hacks for a flourishing life on Fox 13's The Place. And you can read up on all 5 at extension.usu.edu.
Perfect. And when can we see you next on Fox 13 The Place? We know you have a regular interview with them.
Yeah, I'll be back on Monday, April 16th at 1 o'clock, and I'll be giving some parenting tips.
Awesome. We'll make sure we don't miss that. Dr. David Schramm, thank you so much for sharing your insights with us today. And we look forward to seeing your next appearance on The Place. And we'll make sure and share the links to the article and TV segment that you mentioned today in the comments. Thanks for tuning in. We would love to hear from you. What are you happy about today? What are you grateful for? Have you tried any of Dr. Dave's happiness hacks? Leave us a comment and let us know.